We're going into the city of David. Pardon the walking, but that's just the way it is.
I mean, there's no one. Well, you're kind of like in the middle. It's before the Crusaders there, and then what happened? You had
the city of David is right in front of you. Down to the valley. That's the far end of the Kidron Valley. Very Muslim up in there.
City walls, because they had to. They basically cut out half the Mount Moriah. And
when you say cut out,
I'll show you on the map here.
Okay. Left off or out? So when you cut out, you don't mean cut into rock.
Okay. Right. This is topographical lines, right? So Jerusalem, King David, that's so if you look at naturally what that wall is doing is cutting off part of the gate. There was a double gate there. And so we're only looking at the half of it that's on the very right side, and only like half of the most controversial site. David, what's the story here? In the year 2005, Alat Mazar, one of the archaeologists, approached the City of David Foundation and says, hey, I want to going over.
This is probably David's palace, where we're standing, where his palace stood.
Okay, and that wall runs in this direction. It hits another wall back over here, behind me. And you see up this railing, a line of stones close to the railing, and it's cut off by this water system. Okay, you have to imagine this water system. The second edge is the other line you see on the other side of here. It's the line of stones on the other side of the water system. This actually is a support for like the foundation of whatever the palace building was. In fact, at this point of the mountain actually... Does this wall look like it's nice and neat and ordered, or does it look like it's thrown together?
Yep.
This wall's from the Persian period. We know that because there was a little tower right here. When they dismantled it in the excavations, they found a couple of dogs buried under there. That's a telltale sign, yes, it was the Persian period, because they, for some reason, decided they wanted to bury all their dogs. In fact, places like Ashkelon, we found like cemeteries. My only question is I find myself on YouTube, I want royalties.
Well, I give you a percentage of everything I get.
Hey, or you can look at
It could be, or they've got the whole, what's that
area underneath the white tarp is probably the wall area that was being constructed during Nehemiah's time, where they armed themselves while they built the wall, following at the end of the Babylonian captivity.
Actually, I think I know what you're talking about. That's what we're going to next.
Okay. Those may be tombs right there.
But it's written in Greek. So I actually have to have a copy of it.
well, the case owns those big holes.
Where you in the water, you come out of the water tunnel. All right, just a little pool about the size of that little pool right behind you. But around 10 years ago, they had to do some construction on this area. There's a road that went right above us, and they started digging this place up. And one of the archaeologists working on the site happens to be walking by while they're digging.
That's the pool of Siloam.
These stairs, and he says, "Wait a second, this isn't bedrock. There's something here." He tells the guy digging to stop digging, and they come and they excavate, and they find it really was this fill-up pool. 20th century, Jerusalem reached the boundary it was again from the beginning second year. So this pool probably was built something like this. It stretched from the stairs where the road was about, 35 meters wide. And we're going to go. This would have led up to the Temple Mount. So if you were a Jewish pilgrim here 2,000 years ago, you would have come from that pool, up these steps, come up this way. Now we found underneath this road in the.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Noah. This is on the street leading from the Pool of Siloam to the Temple Mount. Farther up the street, walk into the Temple Mount.
Where else are y'all going while you're here in Israel? Come out underneath the southern end of the, or at the southern end of the western wall.
And that's the end of the tour, correct?
And then we'll wrap up there.
Okay.
So one of the big discoveries they made a little bit beyond us is through the floor, they noticed an opening, so they sent them down and they started digging it out. And they unearthed this water cistern that's about at least 5 times the size of this one right here, probably more. And then there were some other ones after that, and one of them they got into, and then there was like a little tap. What probably happened is when they were building the whole area, the southern and the western wall, this fell from the wall, and they just incorporated it into the drainage canal, and they built up right up. This is a picture of Charles Warren, who was the first main archaeologist to excavate here in Jerusalem. He did it down here. This is sitting on bedrock.
So this is the foundation of the western wall, close to the southern side. I don't know how
Right,
close.
exactly. We'll see it when we get up.
Okay.
Now, the one difference you'll notice, by the way, is that these aren't smoothed down, don't look pretty like the ones you do up there. Why is that? Because no one was ever meant to see these. Because he was sitting there writing this in the court of the Flavian.
This is still part of the western wall below street level.
What this place looked like, what one there on the side. What Jerusalem. Okay, you can see this film.
We're underneath Robinson's Arch right here on the western wall. We're standing now in the archaeological park, which is where the tunnel leads from the city of David.
But we came out of that hole.
And we ascended from below. There's the
We
staircase.
didn't know what this was.
Yeah, I remember.
One of my daughters who jumped into a pool, turned around and hit the wall. Is that what you did?
This
No,
may be
I was
the place where Jeremiah was thrown in the pit. I'm going to see if I can get a zoom in and see what you can see down there.
Training goes on, but they didn't touch the ground. As I came around the curve, one of them hit the ground, threw me off the bike, and stitches.
I see more kids with stitches right here. I can. Lots of ways to do that, I guess.
Oh yes.
One day this pit will be open to the public, but right now this is as close as the public can get to the pit. But they think this is the pit where Jeremiah was thrown.
Do you want to see where it all began? Excellent. For in a brief moment, we'll go on a fascinating journey. In the city of David, every stone has a story to tell. My name is Amos, and I've been searching those stories all my life with the help of a shovel and with the help of the Bible. The two of them together sometimes manage to take me back 3,000 years to the day when the soldiers of King David first laid their eyes on the Jebusite city of Jerusalem.
A little square marked off down there in the valley. Alright, get to see where that building is. Underneath there, that's Jerusalem's water source. We're going to exploring that spring a little bit more. Now, the water's down this valley. You're going to go fortification defense. You got to be defensible, right? Well, you've got to
That's the hill of evil counsel.
Crossed all these mountains. How do I know that? Because I opened up the only document in the city of David, the Bible, and I opened up the book of Psalms. We got some room over here too, if anyone wants to come around here. A couple seats over here if anyone needs. Okay. So here's where I want to go back to David for a moment.
This is deep inside the city of David, looking down toward the tunnel where the water flows. We can actually hear the water flowing here.
From Tyropoeon up to the Temple Mount. So that's a separate tour. It's very interesting. So we've been to Tyropoeon, we know what it looks like. But we were walking up there where the railing is.
Yeah, sure.
This is the Muslim village of Silwan today. It runs to the bottom of the hill. We're still in the city of David, looking across the Kidron Valley toward Silwan. And a lot of terrorists and rabble-rousers live in this community and create problems for Jewish people in Israel all the time. And we're looking down toward the bottom of the Kidron Valley from the city of David.
Which is a form of a punctuation. We have lots of punctuation marks, periods, commas. Yes. Some for contractions or abbreviations.
Look at the slope here. Hard to get to if you're approaching it from the Kidron Valley. Those are the tombs in the Kidron Valley that you saw in another video. This too is the Kidron Valley. It's just beside the city of David. And again, Silwan is on the other side.
Hala buluyorlar. Hala da vuruyorlar.
Just walk by this so fast.
Let's see. I think Bathsheba might have lived in one of these houses down here.
Alright. So we talked about what the dry tunnel was that y'all walked through. So the question is for the wet tunnel people. What did we just walk through? So this is the city of David, okay? The two brown lines, those are Norm's arms again, okay? Those are the valleys. And we just walked through a 2,700-year-old tunnel carved out.
That is a private Jewish residence in the old city, city of David. And so ends our trip to the city of David. We hope you enjoyed it. See you later.